So Manchester United lost to Newcastle, and I mean, I just want to talk about like what's going on in Manchester. Why are all these problems happening? Why are they losing to these teams? Like why are they so low rate, or they're not close to what they used to be? And like there's many problems concerning them and concerning their squad, and I don't know. It's kind of dumb that they're losing against these opposition teams, but they should be higher up in the table, and they shouldn't be losing to opposition of this sort in any sort of way. And like I just want to talk about like how I feel about this, and just like what I think is going on and things like that. And so just like first of all, I feel like it's not all Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's problem. It's not like all his fault. Like this isn't all attributed to him. I know Manchester United has many problems, and they had many managers over the years, and they appointed him, and he brought this new momentum that the club hadn't seen in a long time. And like after that Champions League win, in my opinion, it really did kind of distort people's vision of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because it really made them believe that they could go toe to toe and that they were back. They were the team that everybody feared and the team that they used to be, but it wasn't the case. They have very high talented prospects in their team, and they have very talented youngsters, and they did buy good signings. They did have good signings with Maguire and things like that, but it's not just that. It takes more than just these certain little things. And I don't know, like if you see other clubs like Manchester City or Liverpool, you see that they have invested in these other types of players as well, but they've bought into a system. They got a manager that they believe in and that the club wants to back, and they're willing to just fork out any money to get the players that they want. But they're usually strategic buys, in my opinion, as well, because some sort of players they fit and they don't. But like I feel like there's no identity in Manchester United, and some people have talked about them not having a sporting director and things like that, not scouting certain players. But I also feel like it's a thing of identity. I'm not too sure how Sir Alex Ferguson used to play. I'm not a Man United fan. I did watch some of their games, but I can't say that they have a certain style that they play and that they try to implement. Because I just don't see it. Like I see in Arsenal more, because like I'm a fan of them, but like they're more of a like offensive, attacking, and people criticize their defense, but they really attack on their counter and stuff like that. And then if you look at Man City, they're more of a possession base because of Pep and things like that, where they just try to put all units forward, but they keep possession also by having a talented midfield and forward line. But like you can't say that for Manchester United, because I don't really see that in their team. I don't see something that sort of gives them that identity. When I saw Frank Lampard's Chelsea, when they lost to this Manchester United, people were just buzzing, and they were saying that Manchester United is going to be great and they're going to be this great club again, and we're back and we beat Chelsea 4-0. But I mean, I saw them in other games. I saw them against Chelsea in that Super Cup. I saw them, I don't know where else, in that Leicester City game, even though Leicester tied it ultimately. I saw the quality that Chelsea had. Like they had an identity. They really do press and things like that. And I feel like over the matches, Frank Lampard has implemented his style in Chelsea's play, and you can see it. They're getting the results now. He's getting the fruits of his labor. And that's what I'm saying. He had this type of identity of pressing high up the field, gaining possession, and just getting the ball up to the forwards and things like that in good areas, and just getting goals. But you're like, that's basic stuff. I bet you Manchester United wants that as well. But I don't see it, And as well as many of these players, there's a lot of youth in there, and there's not many captains or a strong voice that shows authority like there were in the old days. That's a few things. A lot of the players nowadays with social media and things like that, they're a lot softer than they were back then, and they didn't have a stick of skin. And maybe a lot of these personalities that we see right here aren't welcome in today's game, or they probably aren't looked upon as positive. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the person that suffers more, the person that just grinds it out and makes a name for themselves where they want to be, and like you could just see Longstaff's goal, just like how much it meant to him and how much it meant to the fans and things like that. And a lot of them talked about how long they've suffered and they seen Manchester United destroy them or destroy other clubs, and it's a great joy for them. But you're gonna be like, Manchester United sucks right now because of this, that, or that, this excuse. But it's not always about Manchester, you know. What I want to mean by this is like, it's not always like, what's happening now. Sometimes a lot of people look at the past, just like the Manchester United fans. They're always looking at the past. They're always bringing up their titles and things like that, but they're not looking at the present. And other teams as well, like if they get matched up against these sort of teams, they want to bring it forth. They want to bring it to them. And you can see that a lot of teams do try to do that with the Man Cities, with the Liverpools, with Manchester United's, Arsenal's, whoever, Tottenham. Tottenham as well is going through a bad stint. Like I might talk about them as well. But like what I'm saying is, I mean, there's certain sacrifices that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did, which is giving the youth more of a protagonistic role in his team, as well as getting rid of other egos that were in the team and being detrimental to their formation, and just having just a bad locker room because of the way their attitudes were. And he's trying to get this authority over the youth and things like that, and it probably is working, but a lot of these youth kids are needing to become mature in such a short period of time. Like they're expected so much, and I know the expectations of being on Manchester United are way greater than being on Newcastle or on any other team, you know. But these players don't have anybody to look up to, and as well as their manager, they don't have any guidance because I don't think he's guiding them in the right direction. Because, like I said, I don't see a style of play. I don't see them playing on the counter and being very defensive. Like when you get Jose Mourinho, you know that he's gonna park the bus. That defensively it's gonna be a shit show. Like there's gonna be a lot of it's not pretty football, you know, but it gets the job done because that's what the people want. They want the results, and that's what I gotta say. You know, are you gonna be a fan that's gonna be wanting results, or are you gonna be a fan that wants a good style of play? Because sometimes the ones that do have a better style of play are the ones that do go on to win things. Like Manchester City, Liverpool, they have a style of play that's very attractive, that's very attacking, and they get the defensive work done as well. But like with Mourinho, it's just to get the result, you know, get that one, get that two, whatever, and then just sit back and try to defend it. And it's not pretty, you know. But like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what's his plan? What is he gonna do? What is he gonna implement for Manchester United to get out of this hump? Because they've lost to Newcastle, they lost to West Ham, they've lost to, I don't know who else. They tied 0-0 against this team in the Europa League. They have all these problems occurring all at once, and there's not really that many answers, you know. And I feel like he's gonna take the fall. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is gonna have to take the fall, you know. He's probably gonna get sacked because their next match is against Liverpool, and I don't see them getting any better. But I feel like what he's done, he is implementing. He is getting those egos out. He is trying to do something different, which is you can applaud him for. But the time that people need to spend, or the time that needs to be given to him to implement these ideas and the style of play and all this, is gonna take a few years. But the fans don't have that time, so I don't know. He might be sacked in a few days or whatever. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope you like and subscribe to the channel, and peace out.